To Concola, we in the Rural Independents are trying to be constructive at these business committee meetings. We know how challenging the times are, but the government are hiding behind, shorter sittings and not enough debate on issues. And issues like the Land Development Agency, certainly, and the whole management or mismanagement of the COVID situation and the manipulation of figures and the situation with our schools, our hospitals, our frontline workers. It's just not good enough. So, with the size of this convention centre, surely to God, and the cost of it, that we'd be able to sit for a third 6-hour day. Not long days. We understand the health and safety guidelines, but with the sheer space of this, people are asking us, in the name of God, why can you not sit there for longer? Because other people don't have the luxury of moving to a facility like this. We should show leadership and have proper scrutiny and debate and Taoiseach's questions and answers.
Thank you very much. Just before I call on the Taoiseach, can I, just as Chair of the Business Committee, say this very briefly. It's absolutely a matter for the House what business is transacted here each week. But to be fair and to be reasonable, the Business Committee, over an extended period of time, has tried to address the sittings of the Dáil, conscious of, number one, the public health advice, number two, our own health and safety consultants who have advised us, number three, the submissions that we have received from the union groups representing the staff that support us here at all times. And members of the Business Committee will be aware that the Clerk of the Dáil produced a comprehensive report some weeks ago setting out why the reduced sessions were felt to be necessary. But it is, at the end of the day, a matter for the House. Taoiseach.
First of all, I'm very surprised by the commentary and by the assertions from Deputy O'Loughlin through to Deputy Duncan Smith and Deputy Cian O'Callaghan, Deputy Boyd Barrett, and indeed Deputy O'Tobin and Deputy Mattie McGrath, that somehow government is invoking COVID-19 as a basis for the two-day sessions in terms of the Dáil. That is not the case. And the same deputies, some of the same deputies, would be very quick to attack government for ignoring public health advice, for ignoring health and safety. My understanding is that the Business Committee, collectively, irrespective of party, has been advised on public health grounds that this is the optimal way to proceed. Please contradict me if that's not the case. Please correct me if that is not the case. And also that there... sorry, please. No, government has not... No. Government has not ordained this or imposed this. But what I would say is
Taoiseach, without interruption,
we are in a very severe level 5, and it's not just the people who attend here, it's everybody behind the scenes that lead to a Dáil sitting happening. There's far more people involved than just the elected representatives. But the public health advice has guided the behaviour of the Parliament in relation to this, and I think that should be acknowledged. And I would say to you that numbers are still high out there. Like, society is in a very severe level of restrictions. We still have over 800 people in hospital, significant numbers in intensive care. Case numbers are still too high. We have a variant. If you look at the European Centre of Disease Control's report on Monday, it's saying the spread of disease and potential for the disease to spread is high to very high. That's the context in which we're all operating throughout society. And indeed, there's a Cabinet Committee meeting on Thursday in relation to COVID-19, where we'll engage with NEFIT and they will make a presentation, and I've spoken to the acting CMO. Our immediate priorities is a phased return for education, but it'll be phased. And we're talking about very limited situations after that. So that's where we are right now in terms of the battle against COVID and this variant. But if I could say, I'd have to say also that the programme actually has 3 debates on COVID. And every week it's been dominated by COVID. The Taoiseach is in tomorrow in terms of trade and employment on business and COVID. That's 133 minutes. There's earlier at 10 a.m. there's a statements and Q&A on drug and alcohol services, homelessness and COVID-19.